Hey, what's up? So it's late in the afternoon now, just about to do a quick arm workout, trying to keep active in that during the lockdown. But since everyone's staying at home and we're kind of doing the same thing every day, it's easy to fall into the trap of being bored and being lonely and being a bit depressed. So today's video is about gratitude and all the things that I'm kind of grateful for, just taking a step back and a look at all the things that are going right in the world at the moment. Because as scary as coronavirus is and as bad as things are, there are also things to be grateful for. And so yeah, that's what this video is about. But workout first. Can't wait to use dumbbells! I'm grateful to still be able to work out outside and enjoy some fresh air as opposed to a lot of other people. And I'm grateful for sunsets as well, because in a world of craziness right now, nature just carries on as it always has, and it's beautiful to behold. I'm grateful for all the work that I've got done in the past couple of days and weeks under lockdown at home, and the fact that I have the ability to work from home and to be able to learn and actually get stuff done productively at home. I'm grateful for my friends and family who I get to chat with on video chat and get to see every day and get to just spend time with and know that I care about them and know that they care about me. I'm grateful that I have electricity and water and internet access and all these first world creature comforts that we take for granted that really make such a difference to everyday life and that I'm not grateful enough for. I'm grateful for living in the most technologically advanced age that humans have ever lived in. This is the best time alive to be a human, despite what current circumstances may say. I'm going to talk about this more later, but just there's so many things that I am grateful for. But in the meantime, I want to talk about all the things going right in the world. Besides governments doing their absolute best to curb the spread of coronavirus and to help people live their lives healthily and to live a better life, think of all the doctors out there right now developing medicine and vaccines, not only to treat coronavirus, but to treat myriad illnesses that humans have been battling with for thousands of years that soon we might be free of. Think of all the engineers out there busy building infrastructure and machines that save labor and that make life easier and more enjoyable. Think of all the teachers out there teaching kids to grow up and fulfill their dreams and to go and to build stuff and to change stuff and to accomplish even greater things. Think of all the myriad things that the billions of people on the planet are doing to improve human life and to help other people. It's astounding, really. We live in the most technological age ever. We have the internet, and so much is being done to benefit humans, and so much is being done to improve our way of life. And it's hard to think about that sometimes when we're so laser focused on what's going wrong at the moment. And so if you doubt me and you need some statistical evidence, here's some graphs from Our World in Data, an excellent website that shows off, that collates all the information and data from governments, World Health Organization, statistical studies, to show that as a whole, life on Earth for humans and the Earth itself is getting better. So this first graph, battle-related deaths in state-based conflicts since 1946 by world region. As a whole, you can see the amount of wars we fought has gone down. The amount of violence happening in the world has gone down. This children per woman for the Human Development Index, you can see that as countries get more developed, women have less children. As a result, less overpopulation, less mouths to feed, and a better overall economy, because less children are dying. This year, gross national income per capita. As a whole, people are getting wealthier. This historical index of human development, measured here at the bottom, it says by a long and healthy life, being knowledgeable and having a decent standard of living. All of these in most countries going up. This year, life expectancy from the 14th century, no, it'll be the 16th century to 2015, all going up. This life satisfaction versus life expectancy. As people live longer, they get more happy. This literate and illiterate world population see that as a whole, in the last 200 years, more people can read, more people are getting educated. This mean years of schooling, once again, more people are getting educated, more people are able to lift themselves out of poverty. This year, number of enrolled children in pre-primary education. As a whole, kids are getting more well taken care of. Primary school enrollment, up again. This share of the population with no formal education, going down. By 2100, I don't know if that's how you say it properly, we might have almost no people that aren't educated. That's incredible, considering that the vast majority of people over the course of humanity have been illiterate, uneducated, and preyed upon by wealthy and violent people. This is an incredible fact. This here, renewable energy investment. So this is one of the areas where like the data is not so strong. But as a whole, more energy and more electricity is being manufactured using renewable sources like nuclear and solar power and that. We've got a long way to go in this one. And it's hard sometimes to see when all the bad news is about how we're killing the environment and that. But as a whole, humans do develop technology, humans do fix problems, and I believe, I'm an optimist, I believe we'll eventually get this together. We'll eventually solve our own problems. This year, share of people who say they are happy from 1984 to 2014, as a whole, going up, because as people get better incomes, get better education, they can lift themselves out of poverty and genuinely live a happier lifestyle. This share of people who are undernourished, going down. Obviously sub-Saharan Africa, the place where we live, lots still to go, but as a whole, getting better. This Moore's law, transistors per microprocessor, technology evolving rapidly. And basically, all these things just go to show that in the macro view, things are getting better. People are getting more educated, people are getting more money, people are less hungry, there are far less conflicts than there used to be, and things are getting better as a whole. Obviously, this is not the complete picture, and it's kind of biased, and there is so much still to do, and so many people that still need to be helped in the world, and so much is still going wrong. But it's important to remember that 300, 400 years ago, people lived short, unhealthy, violent lives, and were constantly being terrorized by the threat of death, famine, or violent invasion by the neighboring tribe. As a whole, we humans have gotten so much better, and life is so much better for so many people nowadays, and it's important to remember that. Now by now you're probably tired of me talking about stats and graphs and how good the world is, so here's my friend Todd walking around his beautiful back garden, chatting to you guys and talking about gratitude as well.
How's it going? My name's Todd. I'm one of Mitch's friends. So I'm sure you can see that I'm sitting amongst quite a grassland here with the mountain behind me. So when Mitch asked us if we want to do a short video or something, I had the idea of coming up into the veld here where I live and getting some footage just to share with others the scenery I'm very grateful to have on my doorstep basically. So all around me here, I'll show you in a moment. This has basically been my backyard growing up. Extremely fortunate to have had this, and now with South Africa being in its second week now of lockdown, 21 days of lockdown, I've really started to appreciate it, and yeah, I'm very grateful that I've had this and I have it now. So I thought it would be a great way for me to try and share it in a way with others who are less fortunate and having to be locked up in a one-bedroom flat with half a balcony. So this is my small way of giving back in a sense, or wanting to share this with others. Yeah, this is my backyard, if you want to call it that. So yeah, the stream carries on. There's like a weir over here. Huge thanks to Mitch for asking us to film something for him. I hope it's enjoyable and you guys like it.
Thanks my boy Todd, I hope you're having a good time in lockdown as well. If you want to support Todd and his brother, Todd's brother runs like a wildlife photography page. That's really cool. He asked me if he could have a plug, so there you go if you want to check him out. He's got some really cool wildlife photos that he takes himself, and he's busy starting to get a website up and running and that. But now, just quickly before I finish, I want to talk about some things to look forward to, because it's good to be optimistic and to have some goals and, I don't know, things you're looking forward to when lockdown finally finishes. I, in particular, am looking forward to going outside and spending time on outdoor activities and being out in public and people watching and all the things we usually take for granted that we do with other people. I'm looking forward to going and being with friends and family outdoors and doing activities and being with friends and going to parties and hangouts and dinners and the kind of social interaction that we're all craving right now. I'm also, can you believe it, even looking forward to going back to varsity and seeing my friends and being a part of a big community again. And I know that some people are dealing with the crisis with far worse things than I am, dealing with job loss, with death, with far-reaching impacts on their life that some privileged, sheltered guy on the internet can't even begin to imagine. I'm not telling you to just ignore the crisis and what's happening and to be completely optimistic, but it's important to have a balance. Everyone is being so inundated with bad news and the crisis and what's going wrong and terrible fear about what could happen. It's also important to have some balance on the side and to remember that this too shall pass. We've been through a lot worse as a species, and we've got the brains, the technology, and the willpower to overcome any crisis. So thanks for watching this short, well, not so short video anymore, about gratitude and all the things I'm grateful for, and looking at some positive things going on in the world right now. Big picture that will eventually come to the fore again once coronavirus is over. Take care of the people around you, stay safe, stay inside, and yeah, try not to eat too much. This home dieting thing is a problem. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Just one more little clip if anyone's interested in cows. Here's some cows.